Well, hot diggity, blues fans. You made it. Here's another episode of This Week in the Blues. I'm your host, Jimbo Big Train Manson, with Big Train and the Locomotives. So let's take a look at what happened this week in blues history. Happy birthday to the ever-talented blues singer and performer Mississippi Slim, who was born on August 13th in 1943. He was born in Shelby, Mississippi, and in the early 1960s, he worked as a tractor driver while singing in local clubs. In 1968, he moved to Chicago to pursue a singing career. Using the name Mississippi Slim, he performed in clubs in Chicago where he became known for his multicolored hair and mismatched clothing. He returned to live in Mississippi in 1994, continuing to perform in local clubs and in festivals, and becoming active in Mississippi's Blues in the Schools project. August 13th, 1921 marks the birthday of West Coast blues and jump blues pianist Jimmy McCracken. His real name is James Walker Jr. Over a career that spanned 7 decades, he said he had written almost 1,000 songs and had recorded hundreds of them. McCracken recorded over 30 albums and earned 4 gold records. Blues guitarist Son Seals was born August 14, 1942 in Osceola, Arkansas. His father owned a small juke joint called the Dipsy Doodle Club. He began performing professionally by the age of 13, first as a drummer with Robert Nighthawk and later as a guitarist. At the age of 16, he began to play at the T99, a local upper echelon club, with his brother-in-law, Little Walter Jefferson. He played there with prominent blues musicians including Albert King, Rufus Thomas, Bobby Bland, Junior Parker, and Roscoe Gordon. Influential blues singer Buster Brown was born August 15th in 1911 in Cordell, Georgia. In the 1930s and 1940s, he played harmonica at local clubs and made a few non-commercial recordings. In later years, he recorded for Checker Records and for numerous small record labels. He also co-wrote the song Dr. Brown with T.J. Brown, which was later covered by Fleetwood Mac on their 1968 album Mr. Wonderful. Blues great Melvin Lil Son Jackson was born on August 16th in 1915. He was a contemporary of Lightnin' Hopkins. Jackson's mother played gospel guitar, and he played early in a gospel group called the Blue Eagle Four. He became a mechanic and served in the U.S. Army during World War II. And after that, he pursued a career as a blues musician. He recorded a demo and sent it to Gold Star Records in 1946. He was signed to a recording contract and released Freedom Train Blues in 1948, which became a nationwide hit in the U.S. Sister Ola Mae Terrell was born on August 18, 1911. When she was 11, while attending a tent revival, she experienced a salvation experience. She taught herself to play the guitar and began writing gospel songs and singing them on Atlanta's vice-ridden Decatur Street in the 1930s to the 1950s. In 1953, she recorded 5 tracks for Columbia. They were miscategorized and didn't sell well, and so her contract was canceled. Though she seemed to have disappeared from the world at large, her music stayed around. One song was used in an off-Broadway play. Sister Terrell had checks waiting, and the music publisher couldn't find her. She was finally found in a nursing home in Conyers, Georgia, where the money provided some material comfort in those last years. I love that story. We just covered some of the highlights here. If you want to know more about these artists or other things that happened this week in the blues, be sure to follow our social media pages or visit our website at bigtrainblues.com. We'll have a new episode next week, and we'll see you then.